The date is November 26, 1977. Families in southern England gather around their TV sets for the 5 o'clock news on the Southern Television Network.
The execution of all captured prisoners of war, allowing negotiations, being arrested. In Australia, Mr. Perry Packer's cricketers are still pleading about yesterday's High Court decision, which lifts the ban on them playing test matches.
This is the voice of Vrillon, representative of the Ashtar Galactic.
As the anchor goes over the day's headlines, a deep voice seeps over the broadcast, heavily distorted with echo. Meanwhile, the news broadcast carries on, unaware of what was happening. The voice claims to be that of Vrillon, representative of the Ashtar Galactic Command. For the next 6 minutes, viewers were mesmerized by the message urging humankind to lay down their weapons of evil and seek peace. I first heard of this broadcast in 2018, just a couple years before the CIA officially declassified hundreds of documents on UAPs, or unidentified aerial phenomenon, better known as UFOs to the general public. I had all but forgotten about Vrillon and his alien message until the topic began to circle the web again recently, most notably in the 8-part 2022 podcast, The Interruption, from British podcaster Tommy Trelawney. What was going on? Was it all an elaborate hoax set to bring about panic? Was this a radio play similar to that of Orson Welles' War of the Worlds, which struck fear into listeners back on October 30th, 1938? Or was this truly a message from an alien council observing humans and from time to time interfering for thousands of years?
This is the voice of Vrillon, representative of the Ashtar Galactic Command, speaking to you. For many years you have seen us as lights in the skies. We speak to you now to send this thing as we have done to your brothers and sisters all over this, your planet Earth. We come to warn you of the destiny of your race and your world so that you may communicate to your fellow beings the course you must take to avoid the disaster which threatens your world and the beings on other worlds around you. This is in order that you may share in the great awakening as the planet passes into a new age of Aquarius. The new age can be a time of great peace and evolution for your race, but only your rulers are made aware of the evil forces that can overshadow their judgments.
Referencing the Great Awakening, false prophets, and the Age of Aquarius carries the weight of religious connotation, whereas reference to disaster, weapons of evil, and learning to live together peacefully draw an influence from the real-world events and draw eerie comparisons to the events of current day. If this was all a hoax, who would be knowledgeable enough in spiritual beliefs, current events, and esoteric ideology wrapped up in a sci-fi bow, all while having the knowledge and means to interrupt a television broadcast? Furthermore, why? It's no mystery that science fiction was on everyone's mind in 1977.
People in this crowd will soon be among almost 40,000 who have seen a new science fiction movie at North Park Cinema 2.
Star Wars: A New Hope had taken the world by storm. Secrets about alien life and the mystery regarding the 1947 Roswell, New Mexico alien crash landing still permeated everyone's minds, and just weeks before, on November 16th, Steven Spielberg released Close Encounters of the Third Kind, leaving audiences hungry for more extraterrestrial beings.
Be still now, and listen, for your chance may not come again. All your weapons of evil must be removed. The time for conflict is now past, and the race of which you are a part may proceed to the higher stages of its evolution, if you show yourselves worthy to do this.
Was it coincidence or planned that the alien transmission from the Ashtar Galactic Command took over airwaves on the evening of November 26, 1977, and prompted hundreds of calls from the concerned public, as well as captured the attention of media not only in the United Kingdom, but also in America? Surprisingly, there are very few documented cases of broadcast interference by pranksters. Perhaps the most well-known interruption of broadcast takes place in the 1951 film The Day the Earth Stood Still, which has set a precedent for all sci-fi movies that have followed and contain that common trope. The only event bigger than the Southern television broadcast interruption happened in 1987, when two television channels in Chicago, Illinois were interrupted by an unidentified person wearing a Max Headroom mask and costume. And don't worry, kids, if you don't get the reference, the 80s were a wild time. Both incidents have remained unsolved, and as time ticks on, become nothing but a blip in history, soon forgotten by the masses.
You have but a short time to learn to live together in peace and goodwill. Small groups all over the planet are learning this, and exist to pass on the light of the dawning new age to you all. Be aware also that there are many false prophets and guides at present operating on your world. They will suck your energy from you, the energy you call money, and will put it to evil ends, giving you worthless dross in return. But your divine self will protect you from this. You must learn to be sensitive to the voice within that can tell you what is true and what is learn to listen to the voice of truth which is within you. It's such a lead yourself.
Oddly, with the Interruption podcast, we see this piece of forgotten history revisited. And the message, whether hoax or not, serves as one of enlightenment, but also eerie foretelling. Perhaps it's the modern relevance that's caused its resurfacing.
We understand that viewers in some parts of the region are receiving a breakthrough in sound. We're sorry about this, and we're doing our best to rectify the fault.